Coming back to visit my mother, my heart sank as I looked across the rice fields. Once lush and glowing with promise, now they were nothing but wreckage. The ground was shredded, the crops gone. Countless hoofprints told a story of chaos. Wild boars had stormed through like a natural disaster. It wasn't just our land that suffered, it was the blood, sweat, and survival of the entire village. That's why we set out, not for sport, but for justice. But would we return safely from this mission? Only time would tell. We had a plan. Every man knew his position. Radios checked, ammo loaded. Our camo was flawless, and the Land Rover Defender was fueled and ready, our lifeline into the heart of danger. Before dawn I was already in place, crouched in my hunting blind, about 40 meters downwind from the auto feeder. At exactly 6 a.m., the machine kicked in, scattering corn across the dirt. The sound echoed through the still air, and I could already imagine the scent pulling them in. Minutes later, a massive shadow moved through the mist, a boar, hulking and unaware, lumbering toward the bait. It lowered its head, completely defenseless. I raised my rifle, crosshairs locked on the weak spot, breath held, trigger squeezed. One sharp crack, and it was over. A clean takedown. The hunt had begun. Less than an hour later, David's voice buzzed through the radio. Another one down. The forest erupted with gunfire, each shot a declaration. The farmers were fighting back. By midday, the sun was blazing, but the mission was far from done. We moved deeper into the boar territory, slow and steady. Years of experience told me exactly where to wait, upwind, behind a massive oak, overlooking a narrow clearing. Patience was the weapon now. A small herd emerged, sniffing the air. They had no clue. I waited for the perfect angle. One breath, one squeeze, boom. 2 targets, 1 bullet. They dropped instantly. That precision wasn't luck. It was discipline, carved by years of hunts and failures. The deeper we went, the thicker the danger got. The rustling, the snorts, they were close. My pulse quickened. Another boar appeared, the biggest yet, the alpha. Without hesitation, I steadied the rifle and pulled the trigger. Another clean hit, one less menace. David's voice came through again. Big sounder spotted west of the forest edge. We regrouped, hearts pounding, adrenaline high. When we reached the clearing, an entire herd was feeding, oblivious. We had one goal, take out the leader. I lined up my shot, fired, and the giant went down. The rest scattered in chaos. Mission successful. For now, dusk painted the sky in gold and crimson, but we couldn't rest. Night was their time. Back at the feeder, the forest turned silent again. Too silent, then came the familiar rustle. I took aim at the largest silhouette. One shot, the final strike of the night. Silence. The field was safe again. This wasn't about trophies. It was about survival, protecting the grain that feeds the village, honoring the sweat of the farmers who depend on it. It takes courage, precision, and a heart of steel to face what lurks in the dark. So which shot impressed you the most? Let me know down below. But the hunt doesn't end here. The peaceful fields of Queensland hold their own stories. Early morning, John's truck speeds down a narrow dirt path, headlights cutting through the mist. The hounds bark in anticipation. As soon as they reach the site, everyone spreads out. A faint noise ahead, movement in the tall grass. John raises his binoculars. A dark figure, still as stone. Then one quick motion, a shot. The boar collapses instantly. Strong start. Moments later, chaos breaks out in a nearby field. A herd of wild boars storms through the crops. John doesn't hesitate. Another shot, then another. Panic scatters the herd, but his team moves fast, securing the perimeter. Every shot fired is another acre saved from destruction. Meanwhile, Jay's team spots another group, moving along the ridge. He locks in, fires, boom, the leader drops. The others don't make it far. Clean, flawless teamwork. As the sun climbs higher, they move deeper into the brush. The dogs bark sharply, a signal. A massive boar bursts out, charging straight through the trees. John doesn't flinch. One perfect shot, and the beast crumbles mid-run. By noon, their hunt had turned into a battle of endurance. Every sound mattered, every second counted. Jay steadies his rifle again. Movement ahead, another clean shot. The field grows quiet. Victory but temporary. The boars will be back. Then came Siberia, a whole different battlefield. The boars there aren't just big, they're monstrous. Tough hide, deadly tusks, and speed that could surprise even the most experienced hunter. The cold air bites through layers, breath fogging in the wind. The hounds take off, barking wildly. The chase begins. Through the snow and pines, a shadow darts. I fire, missed, adjusted. Fired again, hit. Another hunter takes one down nearby. The sound of shots echoes through the frosted forest, like thunder. The team pushes forward, relentless. Within half an hour, we dropped several of these dangerous intruders. Then came the moment that still haunts me. A massive boar, easily 90 kilograms, charged out of nowhere. It came like a black tornado, eyes wild. My instincts took over, raised my rifle, fired. The bullet hit. The beast stumbled, then fell. Silence followed, but my heart didn't slow. From Siberia to Ohio, the battle continues. There the wild boars have multiplied beyond control, destroying crops, spreading disease, even threatening livestock. Hunters are now the last line of defense, not just for farmers, but for public health. Miss a shot here, and the cost is far greater than one ruined field. The forests of Ohio are deceptive, thick, quiet, and deadly. 1 second, it's calm. The next chaos erupts. The barking of dogs cuts through the air. The signal, the prey is near. A dark figure bursts through the leaves. I raise my rifle, aim and fire. The echo rings through the forest. Another shot, another victory. Michael, my teammate, takes down 2 more in quick succession. Then as the clouds roll in, and thunder looms, one last charge. A boar rushing straight at me. No time to think. I reposition, fire again. This time it doesn't get back up. Speed, firepower, precision. That's what it takes. These aren't rehearsed battles. There are no retakes, no second chances, just instinct and survival. From the rugged peaks of the Pendas Mountains, to the skies of Texas, to the thick forests of Corsica, the story is the same. It's man versus beast. Ronan fires his rifle as a charging boar emerges from the fog. Felix drops one with a single clean shot across the valley. Dustin takes to the skies, raining precision fire from a helicopter over Texas fields. Lewis in Corsica lines up the shot from his hillside perch. One perfect pull, one perfect drop. Scott and his dogs in Korsky Kotter corner their target in the thick woods. No hesitation, no escape. Every region, every hunt, every heartbeat. It's all the same fight, the same purpose. To protect, to survive, to restore balance. The boars will come again, they always do, but so will we.